Welcome. Thanks for tuning in to Herman
And Adam,
your construction tech guys, brought to you by SiteTech Northeast. This is our Trimble ConExpo update series. In this episode, we're covering Trimble Business Center, drones, and Stratus. So we're getting back into a little bit of software here for the office. So I'm going to turn this back over to Adam, and he'll tell you about what's new in Business Center. And look, another Works thing, Works Manager.
Thank you, Herman. So in Business Center, a couple of things, again, upgraded or updated abilities to export VCLs. That's a big deal in Business Center. Again, that one file format. The other thing that this really ties into is Works Manager. So Works Manager is the platform that we can go from Business Center directly export the designs to the field and actually follow up and see what collector or machine is on that job, as well as what design is being used. We have the ability to connect remotely through Remote Assist. With the Works Manager platform, there are some items for machines as well as for data collectors. It does require internet for these things to actually work. So those are considerations. But really, when we look at the times we're in now and travel is restricted and things like that, when the floodgates open and this thing, everybody's going to be trying to catch up, the ability to get the files out, delivered, and follow up and make sure their most updated file is being run on the job site right from an office, that sounds like a pretty darn good idea to me. So big difference in Business Center is we can now go directly to Works Manager and create all the designs, the work orders, all the things that we want to do from the office and push them out to the field with a cloud-based, data platform. Some other things we have, again, Site Vision. We are going to just continually update. There was an AR export added into Business Center for Site Vision. Trimble Works OS. Now, this is important to realize. It is a beta right now, but what this is doing is becoming that platform that everybody is going to be able to mine the data that they want. So this is an all-in-one platform, not just for designing and 3D information, but for job tracking and activities, and also overall project health monitoring. What is our progress? What is our status? What are the machines doing? And help scheduling machine maintenance and all that. That's where the Trimble Pulse comes in and kind of falls under that Works OS operating system. But certainly data is becoming the biggest commodity we have available. And the real problem is we can often be given so much data, we really don't know what to do with it. It's great to have, but what do we do with it? And this Works OS platform is going to be the place where we go and it gets all that data for us, and we use it to figure out what we want, right? This is where we can go get that pertinent information that means a lot to us at any given time from the office, from the field, wherever we are. It's going to be a really open, big platform that we can get pretty much any information we're looking for. Again, it's in beta, but this is a big deal, and Trimble is really pushing hard on this one.
And you've heard for years there's been this data talk. Data's the new oil, right? That's what's going to make everybody money. And there are a lot of similarities to that in data being the new oil, because data, much like oil in crude form, is pretty much useless. So once we refine it, though, right, we can make gasoline, kerosene, even plastic out of our oils. The same thing with our data. We've been really good the past few years coming up with ways to collect data, share data as far as the cloud goes, but not really ways to refine that data into a usable format. And that's really where WorksOS steps up and takes that raw data, makes a usable format, and allows different departments of your company to share data faster and easier, making everybody more efficient.
Absolutely. So coming soon, right? We're working on it. Trimble's working on it.
We both valued our time at ConExpo and have enjoyed the creation of this 4-part series, making the products at ConExpo easier to grasp. We tried to simplify what we saw and provide our Site Tech Northeast customers and everybody an easy to digest presentation, whether they attended or not. We would appreciate your feedback to let us know how we did and what other topics may be worth addressing that we regularly encounter in the construction technology world. At SiteTech Northeast, we apply our experiences to bring simplicity to the confusing world of technology.
Please submit your commentary at the close of this video by emailing us at hermanandadam@sitetechnortheast.com, all lowercase and all spelled out, and we'll assess it for upcoming web topics. Next thing we want to talk to you guys about is drones. And I know what you're thinking, drones aren't new technology. And you're absolutely right. Drones have been around for quite a while. But up until about a year ago, in my opinion, drones were overrated kids' toys that were quite expensive. Right? They were difficult to fly. They didn't provide a ton of data unless you really wanted to spend a fortune on the drone and the processing power to do something with it. So one of the things that has changed is something that we call a Ppk drone, which the drone has a GPS receiver inside of it that actually stamps the location it was in when it took the picture that is put in the array. But the newest thing in drone technology is something called an arrow point. Now, what an arrow point is, that little checkered box you see there, that has a GPS receiver built in it as well. And those are placed on the ground, and they give control points in the pictures so that we can take the drone Ppk data and the arrow point location data, and we can start to triangulate that data and get us a little closer. If we take, as the guy in the upper right there is doing, and shoot a control point at the center of that arrow point, we can tighten that up even further. And we're seeing sub-tenth accuracies vertically on many of the job sites we go to. So what that allows you to do is now do a drone that does stockpiles and quarries accurately, live cuts and fills of a job. You can fly the job weekly, you can fly the job daily, and get some really useful data. The other part of this is something called Trimble Stratus, where you fly the drone and take those pictures. It gets uploaded to the servers, processed within 24 hours, and it's back to you. Now, you can log in through any web device, a cell phone, a computer, a laptop, tablet, and process that data. And because you're using the servers back at Stratus, you're using that power to process the data. It's not bogging your machine down. Once you get it sliced and diced how you want, you can then export just a piece you need to save. So what it's done is it's brought the accuracy of drones into a tool that I think can be utilized on a daily or weekly basis on jobs. It's taken it from being just a large job tool down to a small job tool. And like all technologies, the price of this has come down to where it's actually a viable option for pretty much everybody in construction as a way to do mass surveys. Anything you want to add to that, Adam?
I actually do. Just one little thing is multiple people. You could have an operator or somebody on the actual job site that was flown with a drone, and a remote operator can be on the same portal at the same time. So you guys can collaborate on the cut fill portion or the stockpile in particular that you may be talking about in this information, and collaborate with multiple users looking at the same information at the same time from different locations.
That's a great point, Adam. And any job that is very repetitive in nature, something like a landfill or a quarry where it's the same location over and over, but you're looking at, in the case of a landfill, what airspace do you have left, or in the case of a quarry, how much material is ready to go for that year, what's sitting in your stockpiles. If you take these arrow points, put them down in a location and paint the corners where you can put them in the same place over and over, the drones programmed to fly, this really becomes a simple process for somebody to do to gather a tremendous amount of data. So, and one of the other things that's new in drone technology is where we can use a drone. What you're looking at here is a hydrographic survey drone. So much like the drone that flies in the air, obviously this drone goes in the water. Now, you don't need to be a hydrographic survey expert to use this drone or, again, process the data that comes out of it. So this is great if you need to put a trench across a body of water for fiber optic cable or a supply line for something. This will let you do the survey to know what you're getting into underneath there and have a plan, have a model built. So then you can use the marine construction software we talked about earlier to get in here and put the thing where it needs to be, make sure there's enough cover on it. You can use this as an as-built after the job to satisfy Army Corps criteria of there being enough riprap where you put it, or you put the bottom back to what it was supposed to be after a dredging job. So between the robot dog we showed you earlier, the Stratus Ppk drones, and now this hydrographic boat, we've got you covered on air, land, and sea. Thank you for tuning in to Herman
And Adam,
your construction tech guys from SiteTech Northeast.
please take a minute to provide us feedback and comments on topics you would like to have us cover by emailing us at hermanandadam@sitetechnortheast.com, all lowercase and all spelled out. Remember to watch the other 3 videos in this series.
SciTech Northeast.